Let some people get up in here. Let some people get up in here. What's in Power Gen? I seen you pop up. Yeah, they can't stop all the lies, you heard me. They can't stop all the lies, you feel me? But we got a good history lesson today. We ain't gonna be wilding like that for real, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, they can't stop the knowledge, dog. But today, we gonna be talking about Marenos, Sephardic Jews, and Moors and everything, just to get a clear identity. And by this being, hey, how you doing? Divinely guided. And by this being the backup page, and a lot of new people who start to check in on your boy may not know some of this information. So we're gonna backtrack and we're gonna add more things to it. So with that being said, we're gonna let a few more people get in here. Y'all know what I'm about to do when y'all hear that lighter, just like Lil Wayne on the track. We about to get fire. In the meantime, y'all hit that like, y'all hit that share. Let's get that algorithm going and get more people in here. And we gonna get started. So let's scope out the definition real quick. There we go. All right, here we go. So the word Moreno or Marano, check this out though. Spanish, Portuguese, and Jewish, Sephardic, not Ashkenazi, not dramatic or none of that, but Sephardic. Now, those who've been tuning into my last page, and we already went over the Sephardic heritage, which is the real children of Shem, which is, you feel me? It's in our blood. So Sephardic, Marenos, check this out. It's a nickname for someone with black hair, swarthy complexion. From Spanish and Portuguese Moreno, dark-haired, a word of uncertain origin, probably from late Latin Marenus. Y'all see the bottom? Of the classical Latin Maronos or Moor. See, when people say Moor just mean dark skin, Moor do not mean just dark skin. We just read a whole, it's code for something, bro. Yes, it do have swarthy complexion in it, but did you see the Sephardic on it? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you tie that in? But we gonna get into it, you feel me? If you want to be then watch your six. I got you. I appreciate it. I will most definitely make you one as soon as we flip the page real quick. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I appreciate it. The more the merrier. You did. So shout out to Ohio. They got some of that good herb, you heard me. But anyways, just had to go and get them a little shout out promo. So, and then I got it pulled up on my computer, you feel me? The same word, check this out. It says dark hair, dark skinned, swarthy, brown, tan, colored, mulatto, peep game, mulatto. Ooh. And then use, that says the Andes Carib. They use it as mulatto and Moreno, same thing. So now when we be reading these books on America and all that, and they be using the word mulatto sometimes in Brazil and the West Indies, Moreno, you feel me? Or Moranos, you did. So, man, it goes deep and even got the word brunette in it. So, yeah, you already know. Now, since we got that understood, that more comes from Morano or Moreno, because we talking about Spain, Portuguese. We talking about Spain and Portuguese. Y'all remember when I told y'all, or those who don't know, is that the word more means something different in every region of the world because it's a different language being spoken. More means something totally different in Spain than what they use it in German. But the root word of all of it, because English comes from an Anglo-Saxon Germanic lineage, and not just English, but French, Dutch, German, all that it's the root of the same language being started. So it's all in all these regions, it's always going to say dark skin. That's the root definition, dark skin, swarthy. But when you go to Spain and Portuguese, you start getting Jewish, Sephardic. So now Jewish, Sephardic, swarthy complexion. Who are the Jews again? Who are the Hebrews again? The Israelites again? What complexion were they? Because there's only two types of Jews in the world, Sephardic and Ashkenazis. And we already know what the Ashkenazis is. We already know that. Sephardic. Sephardic. Let's flip it now. Let's flip it. We talking about Marenos. See, that word more is part of the lineage, but that's only a piece of the puzzle. You feel me? This people would say that this is a Moor. This is a Sephardic Jew. Look at him. This is a Sephardic Jew. Sephardic Jews and Moors were indistinguishable. So a lot of times they got lumped in, and they both are from the same stock. So they had the same phenotype, complexion, the same beliefs. They prayed the same, worshiped the same. They did everything the same. But it's like you and your cousin. Y'all might got the same upbringing, but y'all still a different individual. And it's the same thing on a larger scale when you're talking about a group in a gang, or not gang, but a group in a people, organization. This is a Sephardic Jew. This is not a Moor. Look at him. Hold on. I got more paintings of Sephardic Jews. That's a Sephardic Jew. Sephardic Jew. Uh, I'm getting somewhere. Hang in there. I just gotta prime your minds real quick. My ladies, y'all in the house? Sephardic Jew, crypto Moor, Muslim. This is when they both link. Oh yeah, I told y'all they keep trying to write our sisters out of history, but look at her, full armor, ready, sword, everything, warrior, warrior. Yeah, she's a Sephardic Jew, crypto Muslim. Stop now. Those who be wondering what is a Sephardic Jew and crypto Muslim, stop. We about to get into that, but I just got to prime your minds because our people is only stuck on this Moor identity, Moorish Empire, more, and American Indian, but we totally forgetting about the Sephardic Jews, the root of everything. Sephardic Jews ties into Chaldean. It ties into Chaldean, Eber, Salah, Afrashad, Shem. It all ties in. But we gonna get to it though. We gonna get to it. Hold on. I'm here for it. Yes, I'm glad. How you doing, Gwen? Glad you could tap in. Let's flip the page. So I just gotta prime y'all minds. So now, here we go. Another source real quick, just to break it down. Moreno family history. This is Ancestry.com for those who always be like, oh, the Ancestry.com. Okay, we in Ancestry.com. Check this out. Moreno family history. Spanish, Portuguese, and Jewish Sephardic. Nickname for someone with dark hair or swarthy complexion from Spanish and Portuguese. Moreno, dark hair or word of uncertain origin, probably from late Latin Marenos or derivative of classical Latin Maronus, more, more. Oh, and they got something at the bottom that says Moreno, Maureen, and other names and more, such as Moore and everything else. Your name did not come from an Anglo dramatic pale person. We are the first human beings on the face of this earth. So we had language and names before anybody else. So if anything, we gave them names. Break that, break the colonization, decolonize our minds, unplug from the matrix. You feel me? But just go ahead though. It's keep going. Oh, we about to have a nice live tonight. Y'all share and hit that like button. We about to get in. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Peep this out. This is inside the JewishEncyclopedia.com. Now y'all can go and pull this up. A lot of this stuff is not hidden. Our people shall perish from the lack of knowledge, and you only gain knowledge from reading. It's the reason why attention spans is low, because they don't want people reading. You need a nice attention span to read a whole book, man. But anyways, let's get into it though. So check this out. Early settlement. Jews lived in Spain in very early times, although the legend of Solomon's treasurer Adaram died here, as well as the story that the Jews of Toledo, in a letter addressed to the Sanhedrin in Jerusalem, declared against the crucifixion of Jesus, cannot be credited. Yet it is certain that the Apostle Paul intended to visit Spain to proclaim his new teachings to the Jews living there, and that Vespasian and especially Hadrian, who was himself a Spaniard, transported several Jewish prisoners to Spain. Several passages in the Talmud in the Midrashah which treat of, hold on, I gotta move the comments. Which treat of, okay. So refer undoubtedly, it's cut it on my side. So undoubtedly to Spain. So my thing is this though. Where you transporting them from? Huh. How's everybody doing this beautiful day? We doing good. Glad you can tap in, brown sugar. Trolls, you are not welcome. Do not come on here talking about no crazy stuff. You feel me? Now, let's keep going. Let's keep going though. Here we go. So it says, well, I'm gonna start it right here. It says the Jews spread rapidly over the Pyrenean Peninsula and were well treated under the sovereignty of the Irene Visigoths. They lived on an equality with the other inhabitants, engaged in trade and agriculture, and were often entrusted with the judicial offices. The first attempt to disturb the friendly relations that existed between the Jews and the Christians originated with the Council of Elvira. Somebody might want to go hop on that real quick, which consisted of 19 bishops and 24 presbyters, the bishops being chosen from Cordova, Seville, Toledo, Saragossa, and other cities inhabited by Jews. The council, under pain of excommunication, prohibited the Christians from living with the Jews and eating in their company. It forbade also the blessing of the produce of Jewish fields, in order that the ecclesiastical benediction might not appear fruitless in vain. Okay, woo. Shit, that was a mouthful. My jaw was getting locked up. Hold on, y'all. What's up, bro? What's happening? Council of next research topic. There you go. There you go. Guessing I'm loving this. I'm glad you loving. I'm glad you could tap in. Hey, go ahead and dig into that council. You know what I'm saying? We just reading, collecting gems. You know, hey, it's on everybody to do the research. You feel me? See, we only know about the Council of Nicaea, but they got 300 councils. Council of the Committee of 300, Council 300. It's a lot of them, man, for real. But this, when they talk about Jews, remember the Jews I just showed you now, the Sephardic Jews. So every time you hear Jews, get it in your head. You did. I just showed y'all the Jews that they talking about. You know, just yeah. So you know, and the thing, hey, we gonna get there. We gonna get there. Shalom. Your life is my favorite. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. I'm glad you could tap in. Hold on, let me flip this page real quick, y'all. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. So peep this. Peep this out. Remember, the Jews that I'm talking about now. Now, picture them in your head. Swarthy, Marenos, swarthy. Here we go. Whether he was influenced by Emperor Hercules or whether the clergy brought it about is unknown, but he ordered that within a year all Jews, Sephardic Jews, shall either submit to baptism or leave the Catholic kingdom forever. Christians forcing baptism on the children of the Most High. Okay, I'm just gonna let that sit there for all the Christians, you feel me? Many Jews, Sephardic Jews, fled, but the greater number, more than 90,000, saved their property and their homes by embracing Christianity, though at heart they remained Jews. So it was pretty much, man, we just gonna go ahead and, you know, yeah, go ahead and baptize us real quick, but we still gonna do our thing in secrecy, you feel me? When we go home, we still gonna do our thing like we supposed to, but when we out in public, yeah, now we getting into the word crypto Jews. Crypto just means hidden. Jews, crypto Jews were people who did Christianity in the daytime, but still was able to practice their faith hiddenly under different names, such as um damn, it's on the tip of my tongue. Protestants, or Huguenots, or crypto Muslims, or anything of that such. Yeah, but we gonna get there. I'm getting ahead of myself. Hold on. The Sonata was in here in the Roman province. It's a good subject. I appreciate you got the babies watching. South Spain. Okay. Hey, thank you for that quick research, Brown Sugar. Now we halfway done. Now we about to really dig into that. I know I can find some books on that. Hey, yeah. See, I like that. I was arguing with the Spanish insurrection yesterday on the Murphy show. Dude had no clue what I was saying. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know because they don't. A lot of people don't read. A lot of people just regurgitating what they heard. You feel me? But man, look. A lot of people just regurgitate what they heard, but we go through facts and senses. Y'all know how we do, but you know, if people did that a lot, they'll find out it ain't even what they think it is. You know what I'm saying? But check this out, though. Check this out. On account of his forcible conversion, the king was severely criticized by Isidore of Seville, the most learned Spaniard of that time. During the reign of Santella, the fugitives returned to their country, and the baptized Jews openly professed Judaism again. Forced to abdicate his throne, Santala was succeeded by Cincinnati. The latter was the tool of the clergy. And at the Fourth Toledan Council, there go another council, 633, the order that the children of baptized Jews should be taken from their parents and given to Christians, or to the cloisters for education. What? Hey, man, look, check this out. If y'all haven't been to the main page to check out my video on boarding schools and where CPS came from, which is, I'm going to do a whole video on where CPS came from. Pretty much this is where CPS came from. Now, just to veer off real quick, what they did to the American Indians, which is the lost tribes, we already established that it's the same thing. You can tell who the people of the ancient times are because they still treating us the same way as the ancient times. So now, the reason why a lot of us don't know who we are is because this is what happened a long time ago. It's probably about like 5, maybe 4 generations ago when boarding schools was coming up. Now, the boarding schools back then, they would take the children and send them to the boarding school, and the kids will literally grow up there for years and years, probably until they graduate and become adults. Severe indoctrination. So our ancestors used to fight the government from taking the babies and sending them to boarding schools and shit, because the elders knew what was up. So in order to erase the memory of a specific group of people, you must take the kids, put them in a boarding school away from the elders, the cultures, the traditions, the language, the heritage, the stories, and everything. Strip them from their hair, cut their hairs off, you know what I'm saying? Put them in the suit, take all that tribal stuff off. Tell them to speak a little proper or don't speak at all. Y'all get what I'm saying now? So, and they kill off the ancestors, or they ship off the ancestors away, and now it's just these kids by themselves. I'm talking about young. I'm talking about 4 years old to 16 years old. They really didn't want 16 years old, because from the time you're 3 to the time you're 13, maybe 14, is that real severe indoctrination sponge mindset where kids just soak up everything. You know what I'm saying? So now they indoctrinate them for all these years severely, and they just giving them what they want to know. Slave Bibles and all that type of stuff. You feel me? False history, reversed Bible verses, all that type of stuff. And then eventually they start teaching you English to get you further away from your native tongue. And then boom, by the time that child finished that boarding school, he has no idea, or she has no idea who she is. Now, when that child who don't know who they are get married to a female or male, and they don't know who they are, and they have kids, and you can't teach the kids who they are, what happens? The government can label you and your family whatever the fuck they want to, because you don't know anymore. Just like that. And it's the same thing right here. When they ordered that the children of the baptized Jews should be taken from their parents and given to the Christians. Give them to the Christians for what? They already talking about converting them here, right? It's take them away from their heritage, disconnect them from the Most High. You gotta make them forget. That's the whole point. Forget who you are. Amnesia. At one point in time, Sephardic Jews was the majority of the world, and Ashkenazis was the minority, 5-10%. Now, it's ironic how Ashkenazis is 90-95%, and Sephardic Jews about 5%. You don't hear them. like only people think it's Spain. Oh yeah, they in Spain. Well, what happened to the 90,000 plus that got shipped during the exile of Spain over here to the colonies in South Carolina, Virginia, Canada, and all that type of stuff? Like, what happened to those? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Talking about these people, like his descendants. Where his descendants go? Where did his descendants go? Because when you type in Sephardic Jews in Google, all you're gonna see is Anglos. We talking about authentic, original Sephardic Jews. Where did they go? Marenos, Moors, Cryptos. Where did they go? Trying to force them. Look at them now. Force them to Christianity. Who else did they do that to? Take the kids and ship them to boarding schools. Who else did they do that to? Look. Man, come on. Come on, man. Ooh, hold on, y'all. Yeah, this is the blueprint, most definitely. That's the same thing they did over here. That's how we got what you call godparents. That's exactly where you get godparents from. That's exactly where you get godparents from. Boom, yeah, today, public school. Yep, public schools is exactly, yep. I'm glad you said that. Public schools is just modern day boarding schools. These people complain about not having their children, so send them home every day. Most definitely. Man, they reversed it. Oh yeah, man. Crazy hearing this when you have actually been through CPS and boarding schools. Yeah. Man, CPS thrives on taking kids from parents. CPS be hoping this shit be true when they get that call. Just so these folks don't, man, these people thrive on that shit, man. You can't even pop your kids nowadays. They'll be ready to take your child for life. Like for real. These people thrive off taking your kids and putting them in the system. For real, for real. Most definitely all the set up. Hold on, y'all. Let me flip back. So now, we're gonna go here now. Conversos and Marenos. The term Moreno and Converso were applied in Spain and Portugal to the descendants of the baptized Jews, suspected of secret adherence to Judaism. Told y'all about them kids, right? They took the baptized children, the baptized Jewish children. Okay, here we go. They took them and now they're conversos, as in converts. We done made them. Later on, they're going to call them new Christians, but we're going to get there though. Check this out. See, I know I keep popping in. It's probably getting funny, but shit just keep hitting my head though. Because, so now, when you talk about the conquistadors and Columbus and his Moreno sailors who showed them where everybody else was at, those sailors were the baptized Jewish children that got indoctrinated, who didn't know no better. They got taken from their people, so of course they don't know no better. They got indoctrinated from little boys to become agents for them unknowingly. That's how that happened. So when I be hearing people like, man, the Moors were just colonizers. They was indoctrinated against their will. They didn't know no better. And then when they finally got here and they met the lost children of Israel, American Indian tribes, which is more ancestors that's deeper in the stock, and they put them up on game, they woke up. Just like how we're waking up now, because people was putting y'all on game, they woke up. And then once they woke up, it was a whole different story. You feel me? But a lot of people just read these stories from hate, and because they've been told these stories from hate, but they ain't never really got the whole story. You feel me? They ain't never thumbed through no books for hours and shit, listen to 8 hours of audio books. But yeah, conversos. So conversos from the Latin conversus meant literally to be converted. Various origins for the term Moreno have been suggested, which include the Hebrew, Sephardic Jews, Hebrews, children of Shem. Y'all keeping up with me? Merit Yayin, the appearance of the eye. The appearance of the eye. Moreno, swarthy complexion. Hebrew, the appearance of the eye. I'm looking at you, my fellow Hebrew, because of the appearance of the eye. I know what I'm looking at. It's written on our face. Y, A, and H. Yeah, come on. They ain't ready for it. Once they woke up, they fought back. Most definitely, they fought back. Gullah Wars and all the other wars. When they start fighting back, that's when they became the Maroons. Maroons are just Morenos that intermarried with the American Indians of the West Indies, and they became the Maroons. But man, yeah. Already segregation that far back, yeah, it's hitting hard. Oh yeah, segregation go way back. So referring to the fact that the Morenos were ostensibly Christian but actually Jews, Maharan Atah, you are excommunicated. The Aramaic Hebrew Moranis, forced convert. The Hebrews Mamor, apostate. With the Spanish ending ano, the Arabic Mara'ano means hypocrite. The second word of the Escalel impression. Okay, so it just talks about the different variations. So it just talks about the different variations. So anytime you read these old books and you hear all those different variations, they're Moors, but depending on where the words is set, it could be a forced convert, Moreno, Moor, Sephardic Jew, or everything else like that. So, mm-hmm. all the wars, they set it off. And you can find what I just wrote for those who like to write stuff down as I'm doing this, so y'all can, what I'm saying? If y'all want to do it, you can go to the Jewish Virtual Library and type in, we got Marenos, Conversos, Anusisms, and New Christians. Pull up a whole thing. See, when people talk about sources, I like to go directly to the source. Man, who better know about Sephardic Jews and Moors and everything than Jewish people? I mean, they did steal your identity anyway. You gotta talk like a person, think like a person, and have their history in order to be a carbon copy. Yeah. So, anyways, the Christian started all. What year is this set back to? Man, this is like 1400s. This stuff that I'm reading, this shit like it's 1400s. It wasn't that long ago. This is why we always tell people, man, all this stuff that happened in history, it wasn't that long ago. They just making it seem like it's that long ago by the way they narrating everything. But bro, 5 generations ago, your ancestors was called Moors or Sephardic Jews or crypto Jews, crypto Muslims, or American Indians, Blackfoot. Like they actually had titles and tribes to their name. Only 5 generations back. We ain't been indoctrinated that long. That's why it's still in your DNA. Man, for real, yeah. So, let's go ahead. It's about to break it down in here, though. Check it out. Check it out. So, the term was not as widely used, especially in, certain circles or something. I got this banner in my face. So let me go ahead and go down. But often in America as rule, I can't see. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It is not clear if the new Christians only or the secretly practicing Jews also called themselves Marenos. Maranos started appearing with the first riots of the Juderas of Spain. Oh, there go another war. I wasn't digging into that one. Many were forced to convert to Christianity. Damn, Christians. If y'all doctrine was so real, why y'all forcing people? They still do it today too. You're going to hell. They still do it to today. What did I miss? They let you get back. Now I'm on my backup page. My main page is banned off of live. So we jumped on the backup page today. Saying in Jamaica, thank you for the gifts. Thanks to everybody for the likes and everybody tuning in. So it says many was forced to convert to Christianity to save their lives. The laws in the 14th and 15th century Spain became increasingly oppressive towards practicing Jews, and conversions was provided as an alternative to death. Large numbers of middle-class Jews outwardly adopting Christianity to avoid the laws while secretly practicing Judaism. Today, the word Moreno is considered offensive by descendants who prefer the term Anuisms. Okay, yeah. Couldn't imagine why you was banned. I just be reading books. We just be reading books. Ain't that right, y'all? We just be reading. That's all we be doing. We just be reading. Here we go. Y'all remember that term new Christians I told y'all about? Check this out. Technically, we are the new Christians of modern times. Check this out. Check this out. New Christians is a term applied specifically to three groups of Jewish converts to Christianity and their descendants in the Iberian Peninsula. The first group converted in the wake of the massacres in Spain in 1391. In the favor of the subsequent decades. The second, also in Spain, were baptized following the decree of Ferdinand and Isabella in 1492, expelling all Jews who referred to accept Christianity. 1492, Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue with a ship full of exiled Jews. It's the story that they don't tell you. Oh, man. That's the story they don't tell you. Told y'all it's all one big puzzle. It's all one big puzzle. The third group in Portugal was converted by force and royal fiat in 1497. Royal fiat. So they sold out basically for that money. You did? They sold out for that money. You did? Oh, yeah. Let me check up. That's why they bad, because you read through those each one teach one. Appreciate that. They can't recruit him, so they trying to silence him. Hey, most definitely. All that is around the time of the creation of the misused terms black, white, and race. Technically, they started forming the plan around this time, but they ain't really put it in action till the 1600s. But you on point. You on point. You gotta take away their identity and give them new labels. Most definitely. You see the plan. You see the plan. And this plan still goes on to this day, because who are the Sephardic Jews and the Moors and the exiles? The Sephardic Jews. We not Ashkenazi, so who are the Sephardic Jews? Who are the Sephardic Jews? We are not Ashkenazis. Who are the Ash? Come on, y'all. Come on. Who did they force Christianity upon? How did you become a Christian? I love this famous answer because I love that famous question because this is the answer. We always been asking that question. Here's the answer. How did you become a Christian? What were you before Christianity? Were you not a Sephardic Jew and more? Were you not an American Indian, one of the lost tribes? Who were you before Christianity? Before 1492? Before this, you had your identity. Before this number right here. And I bet that this number got some gematria to it. I bet this number got some gematria to it. Because these folks don't do things on random dates. Everything is a rite, a ritual. For people who don't know what a rite is, R-I-T-E. It's a ritual to these people. Because of who they worship, who their God is. See, this is why I tell people, man, you better stop believing everybody. Like, I believe in God. You better start asking them, what God? Because God is just a title. What name? Tell me who you worship. Is it the Most High, Yahshua, Yahuwah, Yahweh, whatever you want to subscribe or pronounce his name, the same Most High, Great Spirit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Is it that? Or is it something else? Is it something different? Do it go by the name Lord, which translate the bow, which translate, man, we're going to get into that Oaspia Jehovah book. I just got to prime y'all for it because that book breaks down so much crazy shit. Got to prime y'all minds for it, though, because this shit blew my mind. I was like, nigga, hold on, let me close this bitch, put it down for a minute. I ain't pick it up for like a month. Ooh. What God do you worship? That's why I be asking that question because, yeah, man. Yeah, these words is not what people think it is. These words are not what people think it is. These words are not what you think it is, dog. Oh, man. Whew, okay, hold on. Let me get back to it. Y'all know how I do. I'm my bad on the little rant. But they never expected for us to find out the truth. And now it's a threat to them. Yeah. Yashara. Okay. I hope you record your lives and post the video somewhere. Yeah, my lives go straight to my YouTube channel. So if you don't know my YouTube channel, you can go to my main page and the YouTube button right there. But it's actually called Signs for the Conscious Mind. Y'all go check it out. You know what I'm saying? That's where most of the lives be up for people that miss it or people that want to go back and replay it and watch it to catch up on stuff that we might have. Yeah. I'm gonna start posting a lot of them tonight and tomorrow. January 1st, 1492, the new year. Tomorrow is the astrological new year. Great ones, peace and love. For real, it's not a game. For real. The answer is always the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov. Yeah. I already subscribed. Appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh no, yeah, I had to take a little smoke break off of that. Because I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm gonna be real with y'all. This what we read, I haven't even read this yet. I just know about the new Christians, but I didn't know in depth this. So I'm in awe too for those who's in awe. Yes. I like doing that sometimes. I like just downloading stuff. I probably scan if it look good. I'm like, man, I gotta take this to my people real quick. Throw it on there and we're gonna be all together in real time. For real. But yeah, man. Yeah. It's crazy. Alright, here we go. Let's get back to it. See where we left off at. But like the word conversals, but unlike Marenos, the term New Christian carry no intrinsic pejorative connotation. But with the increasing power of the Inquisition and the growth of the concept of limpieza del sangre, cleansing the blood. The name signaled the disability's inevitable heat onto those who bore it. Who bored? Who bored? Who bored? Cleansing the blood. Cleansing the blood. They did that. That cleansing the blood, they did that when they landed over here too. The Anglos, that is, now, when the Sephardic Jews and the Moors land here, they was welcomed by their other brothers of the lost tribe. So it wasn't no beef like how people think it is, and like how the $5 Native Americans like to say that the Moors are colonizers and all that. They don't know the real story. When the Sephardic Jews and Moors landed here, the lost tribes of the American Indians, the copper colors, the 1828 definition in Webster's dictionary, those helped their brothers out, taught them how to farm, taught them how to cultivate the land, taught them how to build houses, taught them what berries to eat, what not to eat, what stayed away. They taught them all this because they coming to a whole different land. So this land, the fertile, the soil is totally different than what Spain is. So they taught them that. The Anglos came in. The Anglos came in. The Anglos came in. And that's when shit popped off. Why? Because the Anglos have always been a war tribe. They always thirst war. Wake up. We're always in war now. Joe Biden called it an Anglosphere. An Anglosphere. Anglo world. Joe Biden said this, of course, Democrats, KKK, who we know about them. So it makes no secrets why he said this. Keep up with me now. Benjamin Franklin, in his own words, said the Anglo-Saxons are the only minority white people on the face of this earth. So everybody else is melanated, technically, by that definition. You still think you're the minority? You ain't a minority. You just confined to America colony. So, so yeah, they just move different to cover it up. So, Inquisition, we're gonna flip the page. Hold on. All right, let's flip the page. Now, the third term that Marenos, which is again just to refresh people's memories, Marenos are Spain, Portugal, and Sephardic Jew Moors together. So here's another word. Anuism is Hebrew. Ashkenazis don't go by this, but they so-called are the real, but they don't go by this. Sephardic Jews though, and they are from the stock of Shem. So it makes sense why they got a Hebrew name. You feel me? Keep up with me. So is a legal category of Jews. In halakha, who were forced to abandon Judaism against their will, typically while forcibly converted to another religion. Who do that sound like? What were you before Christianity? Melanated man, melanated woman? The term Anuism is most properly translated as the coerced ones or the forced ones. You feel me? The word became more frequently used after the forced conversion to Christianity of Ashkenazi Jews in Germany at the time of the 11th century. Who forced you to be Christians? Who created Christianity? Come on, man. Christianity came from Catholic. Catholic came from Christianity. They both are tied. They both come from Ashkenazi, which are Anglo, which is Germanic tribes, and they speak Yiddish, which is not even Hebrew in the first place. Yiddish is nothing biblical about that language. It's made up. It sounds like gibberish. Yiddish, gibberish. Who did this shit? Rothschild. The name Rothschild is an Ashkenazi Jew name. Connect the dots. He also had a company called the Dutch East Indian Company, which specialized in transporting Negroes. Connect the dots. Who are you? Legal category of Jews. Legal. Who was forcefully converted to another religion. Another. Coerced ones. How did we lose our land? Coerced. We was coerced out of our shit. You know what I'm saying? We was forced. You feel me? But you know, several centuries later, following the mass forced conversion of Sephardi Jews of the 15th and 16th century, the word became widely used with Spanish rabbis and their successors. Even they done jacked our name. Ain't that crazy? So now you know why. If you go hop off the live, go to Google and you type in Sephardic Jews and Ashkenazi Jews on Google, and it's gonna pop up Ashkenazi, which is 95% of Jews of the world, even America, and Biden, and all the presidents. Ashkenazi stock. 95% are the Jews of the world are Ashkenazi, and only 5% are Sephardic Jews, and they would tell you that they are in Spain, and even those in Spain are Anglo descent of Germanic tribes. The reason why the real Jews is not known in history anymore is because they are Christians now. They are new Christians now. They are Christians. The descendants are brainwashed to now they will say that they are Christians. But every time you go to a black church, nothing about that is Christian. Not the way they celebrate. Not the way they celebrate. The way they read from the Bible is Christian, but the way they celebrate, the way we celebrate, there's a different energy when you go to a black church, right? You know what I'm saying? It's a different energy, right? Yeah, now y'all take that gem and go look up Sephardic Jew traditions. Y'all put two and two together, and then y'all check out those American Indian books that link them to the Hebrews and link those traditions together. And tell me I ain't on to nothing, man. Tell me I ain't on to nothing. Tell me I ain't on to nothing. My fault even in the live trying to discredit some shit. What's up, family? What's happening, Rita Jackson? Bye. If you're not interested, please. Thank you. Who is this? This dude. It's cool, guys. I got him. And women, I got him. Let's go ahead and get him up out of here. You know, let's get him up out of here. Hold on, let me check the comments real quick. We at war with they damn jazz, yup. Good stuff. I appreciate that. What are y'all talking about in here? But we don't do no bouncing in here, man. What are y'all talking about? All right. So, hold on. Let me go ahead and get y'all together. Hey, I appreciate y'all doing that, man, real quick. I know I'm going to set up the, matter of fact, y'all hang in there. Let me go ahead and do this now. Because we got a nice little bit to read, you feel me? I do that. Okay, yeah, there you go. Hold on, y'all. I'm get my people together real quick. All right, there we go. There we go. Appreciate that. So, you know, I don't, these folks gonna say what they want to. They don't read. Like, I'm on the legitimate site. You know what I'm saying? Like, the legitimate Jewish site, bro. It's just crazy. Like, but anyways, man, it's crazy. This how I know that the most dangerous thing in the world is educated. I hate that word educated because it relates to indoctrination, but the most dangerous thing in the world is an intelligent melanated man and melanated woman. This how I know. Because y'all know when we out here shucking and jiving, not doing nothing in the hood, being ratchet and shit like that, they laugh at that shit. They ain't scared of that for real. They ain't scared of that. They know that when we get together and we hold marches and protests and shit, they ain't scared of that. They ain't scared of that shit. They sit back in they comfy little cribs, wait for this shit to die down. The police just stand out there for hours. People just scream. Ain't nobody busting. They ain't scared of that. Ever since I started hopping on here and reading books to people, I starting to learn that that's what scares them. That's what scares them. I even get people try to correct me on the way that I say words. And I'm like, bruh, I don't really too much care for the English language because it ain't my language, bro. If it was up to me, I'd do away with it. But everybody don't speak Creole, so I can't speak Creole to everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's my tongue dialect. You did, but it just be funny though. I be like, y'all can't debunk nothing that I be saying, so you start picking at how a person be talking and little shit like that. Puny humans. Crazy though. But anyways. Man, you feel me? Turn these blickies on. Hey, man. Hey. English is not a real language. It's not even a real language, period. Your history and culture was stolen. Stop trying to steal from the Hebrews and the indigenous. Get him up out of here. Mm-mm. Most definitely it does. All right, so hold on. Let me go ahead and flip the page real quick. All right, here we go. So, all right, here we go, y'all. We back at it. The trolls is really starting to come out. Hey, if y'all just not tuning in, y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, let's get that algorithm. Just keep getting these trolls mad because I know they love watching me. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the trolls watching me. Y'all could at least hit the like button, trolls. I can't. If you a troll, go on hit that like button. I can't see your face. But anyways, here we go. Here we go. Muslim countries were the most natural places for refuge for Marenos seeking to live openly as Jews. What have I always told you? Every time you see Sephardic Jews, you're going to see Moors. Every time you see the Moors, you're going to see Sephardic Jews because they are brothers of the same stock. Hey, yeah, yeah. So, check this out. For they were the arch enemies of the Christians, for they were the arch enemies of the Christian. Muslim countries were the most natural places of refuge for the Marenos seeking to live openly as Jews, for they were the arch enemies of the Christians. With Spain and Portugal being particularly hated, Morocco had already become a haven of refuge for both Jews and conversos at the end of the 14th century. But many more Jews and Moranos were attracted to the Ottoman Empire. Oh, we touching on the Ottoman Empire now. Oh, you didn't know? Oh, everywhere we stomp, there's an empire. Everywhere we go, we build an empire. Even when they so-called let us out of slavery in 1920s and stuff, we built an empire. Black Wall Street. That's what we naturally do. Now you know why they come up with the red line and then the credit line and all these other hurdles that we gotta jump, but we keep jumping them though. We athletic, we keep jumping hurdles and it just make them mad. God damn, these athletic Negroes. Yes, what more do you got for us? We're gonna jump them too. You know what I'm saying? But everywhere we go, it's an empire, man. Check this out. My bad, y'all. I just get so hyped when I hear about this greatness and shit. But at the end of the 15th century, during the 16th, Sultan Bayaz of 1481 to 1512 mocked King Ferdinand. He mocked that man, you heard me? He mocked that man for impoverishing Spain. How you the king and you don't even know how to run your shit, boy? You just ran your stuff dead to the ground, impoverished Spain, and enriching the Ottoman Empire through his expulsion of the Jews. Who was the money maker? Us, Sephardic Jews. Boy, they the hustlers. That's what we know how to do, right? In the 16th century, numerous cities in the Ottoman Empire had Jewish settlements, among them Creole, Jerusalem, Safed, Damascus, Constantinople. Why they even bunch that together, boy? That don't even make sense. See, this English language is bullshit, bro. With some 50,000 Jews in Salonik, where the population of Moranos exceeded that of the other Jews, Ashkenazis, and the non-Jews as well, Christians. Who are the majority? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We're gonna set this little brother up here real quick. You know what I'm saying? Who are the majorities? Come on, man. Come on. Look at him. Like he used to sing for the 5 Heartbeats. Look at him. Look at him. Look, he's smooth with it. You got the earring in, you know what I'm saying? Got a little peace pipe, you know, we got the little red thing. My niggas fly. Who's the flyest people in the world? Everybody else ain't got no swag. We created that shit. Come on, man. DNA don't lie. And DNA don't lie. Sometimes you don't need books. You could just read DNA. Oh, yeah, you could read DNA. You feel me? We be like, that's all you got for real, man. Good evening. What's happening? Glad you can join. Google says indigenous people of America built the mound, but not the Native Americans. We've been here. Most definitely. And when people start understanding that there's a difference between American Indian and Native Americans, everything will start making more sense over here too. It's a difference. Mm-hmm. JT from the 5 Heartbeats, you feel me? Well, yeah, you know. So now y'all know who they talking about. Come on, sisters, you know. I got y'all. Told y'all we ain't biased on my channels. Now page. If I'm gonna show the men, I'm gonna show the women. Come on, look at her. Sister bad, man. Look at her hair. What are you talking about? This is why sisters know how to do hair so good. Been doing it literally your whole lives. Look at it. She got a little thing, you know what I'm saying? You know, got a little shirt like she about to go stepping. You know, about to step out with the girls. Come on, man. We do this. This is who they talking about. Marenos, Sephardic Jews, Moors. This ain't none of that Ishmaelite Moor. Yeah, we gonna get in there too, because a lot of them is hijacking. Because authentic original Moors is of Shem stock. I've already talked about them. The Joktan Moors or the Joktan Arabs, which is of Shem stock. They come from Hebrew. Them and the Israelites, it's no secret during this age of awakening, Israelites and Moors are waking up the most and telling everybody, this is who we are, y'all. It's no secret. Wherever the Sephardic Jews, quote unquote Israelites go, the Moors go. Even awakening. When one breaks the covenant, we all get fucked up. But when one start to wake up and then the other start to wake up, and then it becomes a mass awakening, which becomes the rise of the Black Messiah, which is your consciousness and your frequency and your vibration, and you on a whole different spiritual level because you done got that knowledge, because it's power. Words is frequency and energy. So every time you read to yourself these words and frequencies and energies, it's igniting, it's sparking. It's another reason why they didn't want us to read. This is why when you read stuff, it's a domino effect in your brain. You be like, damn, hold on, this right here is connected. Because your brain start firing off all those neurons and shit, start connecting things. Facts, man, for real. So when people, that's just a little short stuff for when people be like, bro, how did you be coming across all this stuff? It's a big ass jigsaw puzzle. One book will literally lead to the next book, which literally leads to the next book, man. Like, for real, it's a big jigsaw puzzle that they done scrambled up and shit. Well, we're gonna get back to it. I just gotta show these pictures real quick. Gotta reprime the mind just in case we lost focus of who they talking about. All right. Here we go, the colonies. Here we go, the colonies. The colonies. Hold on. Gotta do my promotion one more time. Shout out to Ohio for that THC ginger ale, you did. Got a nigga up on this knowledge, you feel me? Got a nigga up on that knowledge right now. That got me tuned in too. But here we go. Let's talk about these colonies though. So now, since we already established who the Sephardic Jews, who the Moors, who the Marenos, we already established that they're one people. Marano means swarthy complexion. Now, let's talk about the colonies. Peep game and really listen. Really listen. The colonies. In their colonies, the Portuguese set up an inquisition in Goa, and the Spaniards established one in the Philippines. Inquisitions were always present in Latin America. Brazil never had a formal tribunal, but tribunals were established in the Spanish colonies at Lima, Peru in 1570. Mexico City, Mexico in 1571, and the Carthaginian in 1610. Latin America attracted considerable numbers of new Christians. Remember who new Christians was now? Conversos, remember? So these were conversos. Who were the conversos? The Marenos, the Marenos. Who were the Marenos? The Sephardic Jews and the Moors who was getting expelled. Same people, different religion. That's all it is. So, considerable numbers of new Christians. The advantage of these territories was that they offered the new Christians a familiar culture and the possibility of direct, even if infrequent, contact with mother countries. For new Christians wishing to live fully as Catholics, the distance from the peninsula and the sharpness of the population of most of the territories aided the obliteration of, gotta flip the page, obliteration of hmm, obliteration of, damn, I got that banner in the way, the records of their Jewish origins. Okay, so basically destroy who they are. Colony days, 1570, 1571, obliteration of the records of their Jewish origins. Who were you before Christianity? Who don't know who they are today? But we finding out right now. Come on. It's right here. These factors also help permit the Marenos to practice Judaism. Religious tolerance was important in determining the direction of the flight of many of the Marenos, but also of great importance were the economic and social opportunities available in the various lands open to them at the time of their escape. 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 These opportunities often made it more desirable for Marenos to continue living as secret Jews in Catholic lands. Even those under Spanish and Portuguese dominion, Anglo, then to seek a refuge where they could practice Judaism openly. Christianity, anytime you see Christianity and Christians, is Anglos. This is why those proud old boys are Christians. And they don't like who are the arch enemies of Christians. These proud old boys over here don't like who. The reason why our ancestors was getting yeah, come on, man. They know exactly who you are. They know exactly who you are. But anyways, just gotta, yeah. Conversely, in each of the territories where the Marenos appeared, they could enter and remain because they serve definite economic, social, and political ends. In almost every one of their new homes, they quickly rose to prominence in international and domestic trade, banking, and finance. They helped establish a great national bank and were prominent on the stock exchanges. Now we're getting into sellout waters. Why? Because who had the banks? Who owned the banks at this time? Rothschilds, Nathan Rothschild, banking, central banking, financing, stocks. That's their game. They created the fiat currency matrix and everything. And sadly, like most of our people in the hood still, they fall a victim to the matrix. So now we're getting into sellout territories for that money. Told y'all. Everybody said it by now. The slave trade was a business. That's why it was companies doing it. And slaves were stock because your melanin is worth 500 per gram and you're the stock. So you're on the stock exchange. Now, I ain't gonna say that all was in sellout territory because there were some who would buy the stock, which was their family, buy their stock and set them free. But there's some who followed the ways of the heathen, unfortunately, and yeah, but stop. So when you start hearing in these times, when you start hearing banking, finance, and domestic trade and stocks and stuff, then you're stepping into slave trading territories. Because I wonder if they'll let me put it up on here, but I got a real document of the Dutch East Indian trade log, and it tells you what was coming back to Europe. And it had gold, it had silver, and it had Negroes on that thing. Promise you. Stock company laws. Shit crazy. Shit crazy for real. It's about that money right here. Pretty much. It was pretty at first it was personal with the religion aspect of the thing of everything, but after a while it pretty much became business. Have y'all seen the Cash App promo Megan did? Something to look at. I don't remember seeing it. I probably have. Some people still don't know who they are. Man, look. The reason why a lot of our people still, with all this knowledge that's still out here floating around, the reason why a lot of our people still can't believe that they come from great stock is because they've been beat down their whole life and told that they was nothing their whole life. So they can't fathom nothing more than just the ghetto, being a hood nigga, shoot 'em up and bang bang, bitches, anything that's low vibrational, because they was born into a low vibrational environment. So only very few can vibe higher than the environment that they in. Who can see that light. Very few of us can pull others with us to see that light, but uh, I ain't gonna say a lot, but a nice number of our people, they just don't believe that they was great. Uh, self esteem, self esteem plays a lot. It plays a lot, and words are spells, etymology, self esteem, steam, like a train. Self esteem, like a train. The train needs steam to go. The more steam you got, the faster it go. The faster it go, the tougher it is, the stronger it is. Steam, self-esteem. And society taught people that having a high self-esteem and a high self-value of yourself is called arrogance. So they already downplay your self-esteem with just that word. Are you being arrogant? Tone it down. Humble thyself. And I dare anybody to hop off this live, go Google the etymology of humble, and you would see that it is nothing like what you think it is. You know what I'm saying? Um, Another thing too, a lot of children, parents have low self-esteem. So these kids never be around nobody that has that aura about themselves. They ain't gonna know no better. They ain't gonna know no different. That's why I ain't too hard on our people though, cause I know about all the chemicals and the stuff that's placed in front of our folks. You know what I'm saying? And man, it's hard though. It's hard, man. Man, we always there. Before we got this knowledge, we always there. It's hard, you know. But shit, we'll get it though. We'll get it. hmm It isn't humble. It is all about ego. Most of the time, the ego would trip quick. Man, for real. It means low self esteem. There you go. Europeans came here got 500 years ago with the Renaissance. I always wonder why everything white. Self care, most definitely. And most parents make it better because They went through it, so they don't really know the difference. Most definitely. Yeah, they most definitely limited. But that's the chain that's on their brain, though. They removed the chains from the ankles and they just put them on the brain and the spirit. So them limiting you is the chain. Because even though you try to reach, you got this chain just chink. You know, I've seen brothers that know that they like mentally like they strong, but it's like you give them game and they start getting it. You be like, yeah, and then they hit a rope. They be like, chicken. Nah, man, I'm cool. I'm just gonna go home back and do what I'm doing. Like, damn, bro, you gotta break that chain, man. And you want to break it for them, but you can't because it's a mental thing. It's a mental thing. That's something that you gotta do for yourself. You gotta go and you gotta break that chain yourself for yourself, man, mentally and spiritually. It's all connected. But shit, man. Like I say, we'll get there though. They'll get there. They'll find it. One of the ways I learned though, how one of the tips that I learned about waking people up though, the reason why me personally is so vast in different categories of knowledge is because certain categories interest a person. And since all of this shit is connected anyways, I figure out what they're interested in. And then I give them that gem and I just feed them that. And eventually that will lead to this big ass puzzle that I've already been saying. So eventually they'll get there. When they start, they're like, damn, okay, well, let me see what's over here. And they start putting the pieces together. And then eventually they start seeing that big picture and they're like, God damn. Then you be over there like, yeah, took a little time, but you got there. Had to give you a different kind of water. Yeah, you could lead the horse to water, but nowadays you got to make sure the water that you giving the horse is alkaline. You can't be out there giving them no reverse osmosis knowledge out here. Nah, man, that pseudo shit. You got to give them that alkaline water and just watch it work. Yeah, get that knowledge. Man, that shit be making me feel good seeing my cousin. My cousin be posting, he be sending me shit of different toothpastes. He be like, man, no fluoride, cuz I'm doing it. I'm like, yeah, it's just the beginning. Put that purifier on your water, on your tap water and shit. Yeah, that shit make me feel good though. So I know that man, they gonna get it. They gonna get it though. All right, but here we go. Let's go ahead and flip the page. Let's get back to the lesson, y'all. All right, here we go. So the Marenos played an important role in large trading companies such as the Dutch East Indies. Stop, 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 stop. Dutch, West India, and East India flag. I know it's kind of big, but I want to focus on the colors. 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 Now, the flag always symbolized who colonized you. And ironically, something about this red, white, and blue don't sit right with me. And you talking about Dutch East India and West India Company. Symbolism will be their downfall. Hmm. See, the colors on the flag, it got something to do with the colors of the coat of arms of, yeah, there's 13 royal families, but there's three major families plus this little hidden private color family right here. Man, symbolism is deep, man. We probably gonna go over the coat of. I already started a coat of arms video, but we're gonna go over some flags and shit too later on. But I just want to put this up here so y'all know what that look like. You know what I'm saying? So y'all dig into that. Like real talk, you can hop off, type in Dutch East India Company and West Indian Company, and it's gonna go straight to the Rothschilds. It's gonna lead straight to the Rothschilds, bro. Like no stop. It's on their page and everything. But they worked in the traffic of such commodity as coral, sugar, tobacco, and precious stone. Precious stone. The Marenos' common background and culture, their persistence in the leading commercial centers, and often their ties of kinship enable them to establish an efficient and closely knit international trading organization. Great banking and trading families such as that founded by Francesco Mendes at Lesbian had branches throughout Europe. Europe, Ashkenazi, Rothschilds. Marenos established manufacturing plants for soap, drugs. I told y'all, man, we always been trapping, dog. This shit ain't nothing new, bro. We always been hustling, dog. I told y'all, we always been trapping, bro. I'm not playing with y'all, dog. It's, bro, y'all, who we taught these folks everything that they using against us, we taught them. Remember, 8,000 years ago, they didn't exist. GMO began 8,500 years ago. Around the same time that they became into existence, they didn't exist, bro. We taught them everything, even how to get high. Like, for real, we even taught them how to get high, turn up, and party. You feel me? Like, come on, man. We've been doing this shit. But anyways, plants for soap, drugs, and other items, and made signal contributions in minting money, coins, fiat currency. Who created the money now again? Handicrafts, armaments, and shipbuilding. Selling the seas, shipbuilding. The Marenos international connection served to stimulate communications between nations in their separate competitive development. In this way, the activities of the new Christians, conversos. Hey, how you doing? Glad you can join. Same as the American flag, old glory. Up there you go. Hustlers for life is we just get hustled out of our ideas. Pretty much. Pretty much. My niggas they was out here making drugs on these boys, man. What y'all want, man? Got them 2 for 5s, got them, you know what I'm saying? What y'all need? And the pusher man. Oh man. I don't even feel bad for selling a little herb back in high school now. All right, we're gonna finish up this article, then we're gonna jump into something else real quick. I'm glad that y'all hanging in here for this reading session. So, real quick though, because it's just something specific I want to talk about right here. Because this is I've been saying this all for this whole passage. Crypto Jew, an aneurism, has now become the more politically correct term as opposed to Marano, and refers to all Jews forced to adopt a certain religion and political philosophy while maintaining Jewish practice in secret. In modern times, outwardly, Muslim crypto Jews are known to be in Iran and Turkey. Some Hispanics and Latinos, such as Rita Marano, Fidel Castro, have acknowledged their Marano ancestry. Fidel Castro. Now y'all know why him and Malcolm X was chilling. Ain't nothing like two Moorish brothers getting together and talking business of how to unite their people of the same stock. Now y'all know when Malcolm X came back from Mecca, his whole name changed. He threw the L in there, he threw the Bay in there. He went from civil rights activist to human rights activist because we are legally human beings. We just don't know who we are. So he became a human rights activist and he started kicking it with Fidel Castro. When Assata Shakur was looking for refuge, who you think she went to? Castro. So now when they talk that old Tupac, he got Jewish roots. Of course he do. Crypto Jew. Come on, man. See, hey, distractions. So now, when they be talking about, man, Tupac's name was Crooks and he was a Jew and Jewish, woo, those are people who don't know the difference between Ashkenazi Jew, Sephardic Jew, Crypto Jew, and I dare anybody to hop off again, go type in Jewish Moors in 1912, and you gonna find, hold on. So, and you gonna find a temple of Jewish Moors in New York, where Tupac's from, and his mother, and the Black Panthers. The Black Panthers who always was on some American stuff. You feel me? Like we gonna come on, man. It's deeper than what people think it was. You feel me? So, man, it's deep. Well, anyways, they was crypto Jews. So, yeah. So why they hate Iran so bad? The same reason they hate us. They wanted to keep us divided, same as Iran, pretty much. Even a caveman can do it. I'm dead. Not the 2 for 5. You feel me? Oh yeah, New York definitely got some real hit and stuff fucked up. It's so much Sephardic Jew history up there and more history up there just because when they got X hold on, damn. Something trying to stop me from talking. So when the Sephardic Jews and the Moors got exiled from Spain and they came over here to America, a lot of them landed in New York, Canada, because Spain and Canada like right there. All you gotta do is travel across like that. You know what I'm saying? Like right there. So they went there and then they went down. And by them going down, they went through New York. They ended up in the coast of Virginia, the coast of South Carolina, where you get your Gullah Geechee. A lot of Gullah Geechee folks out there. What's happening? We got a lot of Sephardic Jew and crypto Jew and Muslim crypto Jew in us. You did, and Georgia, Florida, all that, the Gullah territory, stuff like that, man, is deep. That bloodline go deep, man. That's why I don't pay no attention when people be like, man, y'all just stealing people history, y'all erasing. Boy, stop. History so deep, it'll blow your head off. You can't even comprehend this shit. Because you can't even comprehend who Walter Plecker is. So I doubt you to comprehend this shit right here. You feel me? But it is what it is. So now, hang in there, y'all. We on. So now, when you talk about the Marenos, the Moorish Jews of Portugal, Spain, and Benin coast. You feel me? I'm glad everybody who hanging in there and tapping in with me, man. Hey, for real, it gets deep, dog. So it says, the Marenos, black Jews have lived in Iberian and Africa far back as the time as the Carthaginians. Jewish settlers, or what's that? That's settled? No, it's cut off on my end. Sailed on Carthaginian merchant ships and traded along the coast of North Africa and even into the Americas. You heard what they said now. They was on the merchant ships and they traded along the coast of North Africa and even into the Americas. Jewish traders. Okay, thank you, because this show cut off on my end. So, many African tribes along the coast of North Africa, such as Mansa Musa and them, Mali, Morocco, Martina, all those, yeah, Mansa Musa was, boy, Mansa Musa, everybody like to say he was a Moor. He was a crypto. He was a Sephardic Jew and Moor. You can't just, come on, man, y'all forgetting they won. But anyways, Africa and the way into southern savannas beyond the Sahara Desert, they were ancient. They were ancient Hebraic Jewish tribes. They were ancient Hebraic Jewish tribes. Let that marinate for a second. Who were you before Christianity? Somebody tell me. Those tribes got caught up in the events that followed the death of the Islamic prophet Muhammad all the way from Medina to the Maghreb. It is widely acknowledged that one of the most determining fighters against the black Arab encroachment on black African Berber property was Queen Kahana, a black Jewish queen of Maghreb. Queen Kahana, a black Jewess. We're going to have to dig into her. A queen. A queen. A queen wasn't taking no shit back then, was she? Hell no. You feel me? But you know. So now y'all know the difference between the Moors, right? You got the Islamic Moors and you got the African Berbers. You know what I'm saying? So we were Moors and Israelites, and we still are them. We still them. And many tribes in Africa today still recall their Hebraic roots, and many more continue. We're gonna flip. When the African Moors moved north and conquered Spain, it was a confederation of African Muslims, African Jews, and African Christians. Y'all gotta dodge the hijack. African is the hijack. What did we just read? African Muslims were your Moors, crypto Moors of Spain. Your African Jews are your Sephardic Jews. Told y'all, when you see one, you see the other. These are your Sephardic Jews. These are your crypto Muslims, Sephardic Jewish Moors, Muslims, same people. And these are your conversos, the new Christians. See, you got to dodge the hijack. And they all were where? In Spain, the peninsula. But now they in African, being called African because this is after, you know what I'm saying? They got exile and shit like that, you feel me? But, and we're going to get into it though. So they went to war twice. We going to get into there though. This live ain't for that though. So who effected the victory? The African Jews and the African Muslims were brother genetically, phenotypically, and historically. You see one, you see the other. We are the same people. So this is what kills me when I see Israelite brothers and Moor brothers on this app and anywhere else on social media beefing when we are literally the same tribe. And these people are genetically, phenotypically, and historically connected to the American Indians. Those are the Hebrews of across the river, across yonder, the wilderness, the ones who ran into the wilderness when the Tower of Babel was happening because they was like, nah, we ain't with this shit. And they bounced to the wilderness, which is, they went back home. The wilderness, which is Eden. Over here, America is the old world. Peak game. Atlantis connected South America to Africa. Africa and South America was one landmass called Gondwana. You know what I'm saying? So yes, they are genetically. So now just read it without the hijacks with the proper terminology and nationality. The Sephardic Jews and the Moors were brothers genetically, phenotypically, and historically. They were the same black people pursuing the same goals of righteous existence. They were the same black people. They were the same black people pursuing the same goals of righteous existence. The African Moorish Empire took root in Iberia. Sorry, it's cut off on my end. The best of the southern Mediterranean coast. Black African Muslims and black African Jews dodged the hijack. Moors and Sephardic Jews and Marenos and Conversos with their black African Christians, Conversos, such ruled Europe for the next 700 years. The unholy Roman Catholic Church. Peep that. That was when the Pope of Rome, who was the chief of the rebellious Pale European tribe, who is cut off on my end, outside civilized, began his open war against the armies of Yah, Allah, the god of the Africans or Moors. The Roman papacy organized the rudest and cruelest barbaric sorts of insurrections against the cut off on my end of the black Moorish. Cut off on my end down here too. But y'all get the gist, right? Y'all get the gist, right? I know you asked who were we, but we know who we are. That's why we get Black Queen, Black Excellence, you feel me? So yeah, man. It's deep. Hold on. For those who still like the books that I be reading, here go another one for y'all. So this one's called the Marenos of Spain from the late 14th and the early 16th century, according to contemporary Hebrew sources. Hebrew sources. Everybody who's new to the page, man, hey, hit that follow button. We be going deep, man. Hey, we be going deep on here on both pages. We be going deep. Just flip the page though. All right, here we go. Here we go. So, page one, the problem. One of the still unsettled questions related to Spanish Jewish history is the measure of Jewishness to be attributed to the Marranos at various periods of the 15th century, since both Spanish and Hispano Jewish history are closely bound with the history of the Marranos. Any answer given to this question necessarily bears upon our interpretation of much of what transpired in Christian Spain in that era. It is especially so when we consider the developments in the century's last 3 decades, for then we are confronted with two monumentous events that were intimately connected with the Marrano problem. The first was establishment of the Inquisition, whose avowed and originally sole purpose was to solve that problem in its own prescribed manner. The second was the expulsion of the Jews from Spain and the territories then controlled by it, a measure officially defended on the grounds that the persistence of the Jews in those countries was a factor militating against the solution. What is more, as the edict of expulsion indicates, the Inquisition was instrumental in the procuring that measure, and thus the major events referring to were linked with each other in more ways than one. Both stem from the same source. The forces that occasioned the establishment of the Inquisition and steered its course of action. Now it is on the assumed Jewishness of the Marranos that the whole case of the Inquisition rests. Therefore, the results of our inquiry must touch, among other things, upon both the moral and practical impositions of the entire inquisitional drive, to realize how far-reaching are the implications of some of the possible conclusions. It is sufficient to reflect, even in the sensory manner, upon the following two alternatives. If the Marranos, or most of them, were Jews, as the advocate of the Inquisition have repeatedly claimed, one may censor the practices of the Marranos. Well, that was a mouthful right there. But the whole thing is just to get these people to forget who they are at the end of the day. Well, us to forget who we are at the end of the day. Hold on. Hold on. So I did all that to get to this real quick though. I had to prime y'all minds. So we about to go ahead and pull it on around. Pull it on around. Let's see. Hold on, let me see. Where's that? Okay, here we go. So this is from the book that I've always been telling people, The Jews and Muslims in British Colonial America. Now I had to prime y'all minds about who are the Marranos and the Sephardic Jews, what they look like now. We know that Marrano means swarthy complexion and everything. So now, this page is in Jews and Muslims in British Colonial America. Peep this. Peep this. Peep this. All right, here we go. So, the original surname of the Van Berber family above was Isaac, a Jewish surname, Sephardic. They were called Van Berber upon arriving in Maryland because that is the town in Holland from which they immigrated, with an E, not an I. There's a difference. Van Berber is also known to be a Jewish name. Think of the philosopher Martin Berber, in Bieber or Berber, however you want to pronounce it, and is found among the Melungeons. Melungeons now. Stop. For those who don't know what Melungeons are, Melungeons. Melungeons is a term for numerous groups of people of the southeastern United States who descended from European settlers and sub-Saharan African slaves. Dodge the hijack, and we're gonna see why. Triracial describe populations who claim to be of mixed European, African, and Native American ancestry. Dodge the hijack on African, and you know why. Melungeons. So, Melungeon, Sephardic Jews, Moors, Marenos, Jewish names, Melungeons. This brother is a Melungeon. A lot of us seen Melungeons, we just didn't know what they looked like. Well, we just didn't know that this was them. Oh, they come in different shades too, shapes, phenotypes, and everything. But this is a Melungeon man. P-Game. So I guess, hold on, I gotta make this statement real quick because it's funny. People that be screaming erasure, Native American, Sephardic Jew and Moor, and European, which would be Spaniard and Portuguese. You gonna tell him that he's not Native American? Come on, man. He's a Melungeon. You hear me? So, you know. Everybody loves Johnny Depp. Oh, yes, he's a Melungeon. He's a Melungeon. Y'all know I'm talking out my ass. He's a Melungeon, Johnny Depp. Or you thought he was a regular white boy? Nah, he's a Melungeon. Melungeon. Melungeon's got green eyes, too. Check this out. Yes, arguably, the two most famous Melungeons are kin. Oh, y'all didn't know that Elvis was a Melungeon? What you thought, he was a regular old white boy too? Oh, no. Or you thought he was a regular old white president too? Oh, nah, he was a Melungeon. Melungeon, triracial. Yeah, man, come on. Elvis is a direct descendant of Abraham Lincoln's second great grandfather, Isaiah Harrison. Harrison was born in 1666. 1666 is another magical number where a lot of stuff went down there, so you kind of got to dodge the hijack with that one. And died in 1738. He was born in, hold on, I think they said 38. Yeah, 38. He was born in England and came to America in 1687. Melungent. They both are Melungents. Elvis though, and it's funny with Elvis because hey man, look, skin bleaching is a motherfucker, dog. Excuse me. Skin bleaching is a mug though. Skin bleaching is a mug, cause soak in this picture. I'm about to change this. Skin bleaching. I told you, green eyes. Green eyes is another my Jamaican people. We got ancestors with green eyes. Peep game though. Look at his skin tone. Let me let me show you something. Let me show you. Damn, my nigga got real light. You know, you can't even say that it's the lighting. It means he get skin bleaching. Cause you know the standard of beauty. Come on, man. Before and after, most definitely. Now I see why his daughter married Michael Jackson. Man, look. Hey, look, dog. Hey, that skin bleaching. Come on, man. Skin bleaching. Let's do it one more time. He look a little melanated to me. I don't think he'll sunburn in the sun. I think he cool. Now it kind of makes sense why he sung with just a little bit of soul. You know, he had a little bit of soul. We give him that. Now it kind of makes sense, right? That black man who taught him how to play the guitar could have been his grandfather, since he is Melungent. Could have been his grandfather or his uncle or somebody of his family. Was he really stealing from black people, or was his family was just put him on? Now he probably started changing the more money and the more fame he got, because we know that's how fame and money work and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta appear to the Anglo population. You know, you gotta play your role because you done sold that. He has lips dead giveaway. You feel me? Hey, bit dog, for real, like straight up. You get this man a fro, man. You blow out his hair, give him a fro. You'll swear he one of our cousins. Yeah, this is Rita Jackson. Exactly. This is what you call white passing, mulatto, melungent. They all went inside the same category, messing with Walter Plecker. Old picture of Abe Lincoln. You can kind of see the melungent features in him a little bit. You know, you got a little bit more of the European side up in the face, but you can kind of see the melungent feature in him, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But you know, he showed his true color in the movie Kissing Cousins, where he played his darkest skinned twin. Oh yeah, he couldn't wait to play that part. He was like, "Oh shit, I know what I'm doing." You feel me? But you can see it. Last melungent picture, just so people can, you know. So yeah. Now, where is it? Where we leave off at? We ain't leave off here. Okay, here we go. All right. So here we go. Here we go. So it says, and is found among the Melungeons, a Sephardic Morisco, which is Marenos, so a Sephardic Mareno Native American ethnic group in Appalachia. Who are the Melungeons again? You gotta dodge the hijack when you messing with Google, right? Google say, oh, they just Europeans and Africans and Native Americans. No, who are these people? They are Sephardic Morenos, Native American ethnic group in Appalachia. Notably, the family also had business dealings with Edward Cooper of Jamaica. Notably, the family had business dealings with Edward Cooper of Jamaica. Your Maroons, Moriscos, Maroons, Morenos, your Moors, Sephardic Jews, an individual known to be Jewish, Sephardic Jew, and denote in records as mulatto. What was a mulatto? In parentheses, half Indian, not half African as often imagined. Why do they gotta say that? If American Indians and Africans were clearly different, as they say with the eyes, you can tell them are different. Why do they need to get that depth? Often imagine when they kind of look the same, right? And then when you talk about not African, when we always read these things and we dive the hijack, we know what African is, though, right? We know what it is, right? What are we talking about here? Sephardic Jews and Moors, Moriscos, mulattoes. You feel me? Half Indian, not half African as often imagined. William Boone, son of John Boone, Mary Margaret Jump. William died leaving well-dated 22nd July 1728, naming sons Jacob, Joseph, Abraham, Benjamin, Moses, and daughters Elizabeth, Mary, and Rachel. Boone was a common Sephardic Jewish name. Boone. Boone was a common Sephardic surname derived from Benin, Bueno, Boone, all meaning good, as we have seen. Note the Hebraic meaning patterns in his family. Briscoe family, Brisca, is commonly accepted by researchers as Sephardic surname. Those are my people whose last name is Briscoe out there. You might want to dig a little deeper. I keep telling you, your last name did not come from no Anglo person. Dodge the hijack with their Roots movie. It's fabricated. Boom. A Sephardic surname. Philip Briscoe was born about 1647 and died 1724, having married Susan Ann Swan, daughter of Edward Swan. Their children were John Philip Edward, married Susanna Slay, daughter of Robert Sly, and Priscilla Goldsmith. Jewish names: George, Judith, Susanna, Ann, James, Elizabeth, and Israel. Permenes, got a Greek name right there. Anglo, got a little Anglo in your family bloodline right there. Got the Greek. And it just talks about the surnames and where they came from. So I'm just being silly. I'm dead. Yeah. And all of these are Marano Sephardic Jews. You feel me? So, And this just a genealogy tree. We ain't gonna go through it, you feel me? I just wanna show you, man. This book got real sources, real trees, and real everything for those who be wondering. We ain't just reading names off a book. It got real sources and stuff, you feel me? You know, you got the branch of the Massey family. If you know anybody with the last name Massey, family in England and colonies, you might want to dig into this because these are Sephardic Jews and Moors, and you know, you feel me? Got lineage. You don't know, man. It might be somebody's family tree right here, and we don't even know it. They get deep. I'm just gonna flash up a couple of things before we wrap it up. This right here is deep. I suggest people to look into this because the Franco-German War, also called the Franco-Prussian War or Russian War, war in which a coalition of German states led by Russia defeat France. The war marked the end of French hegemony in the continental Europe and result in the creation of a unified Germany. I said that just to give a little gem right there in case somebody want to dig into that because that ties into a lot of stuff that we talking about. And it goes back to Sephardic Jews and Moors and stuff, man. Look, we talking about arch enemies, man, from the beginning of time. Constantine and shit. Council of Nicaea, man, we've been trying to fight off this. But you know. Oh no. But yeah. But you know, we're gonna do a couple of I'm gonna flash a couple of slides real quick before we wrap it up and stuff like that. But you know, this right here, another book for those who want to write it down and check it out. But this literally links the Sephardic Jews, Moors, Marenos, American Indians, the tribes, the Israels, the real Jew. It links all that shit together. Write it down. You can find it in archives.org. Check it out. All right. So now you know, as we wrap it up, wrap it in. Shout out to everybody who came in, checked in with the laugh, who went down this rabbit hole with us. Because there's no going back. Prepare to leave the world you thought you knew. Because you just learned a whole lot of information of Marenos, Sephardic Jews, Moors, and the history that you probably didn't know. Pictures of you probably didn't see. So now, when you see people just floating more like pictures and calling them Moors, tell them, nah, bro. Those Sephardic Jews and Moors, they crypto, they brothers, they the same. Like, yeah. Now you know the difference. So, and I hope y'all really enjoyed it, and I really do appreciate y'all tapping in. You feel me? So until January 16th, hold on. Until January 16th, we're gonna be up on this live right here until my main page come off of it's in jail right now. I can't go live, but I can always still post videos, and I got videos coming for there. But I'm gonna post some on here. I'm letting that rest. But so with that being said, y'all stay tuned to this page. Always check out if I got a live event, register, click in, tap in so you could be notified when I go on here, drop more gems, you know what I'm saying? And I will most definitely see y'all tomorrow. So with that being said, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. I appreciate y'all tuning in, tapping in, staying on here, soaking up this knowledge. Do not let this knowledge I gave y'all go to waste. Build on it, soak it up, refresh it. Reading is fun to mental. Work out your brain. Now, all my other folks, y'all know how we end this. Vibrate high. Peace, prosperity, abundance, gratefulness, and gratitude. Practice serenity. Control what you can control. Let go of what you can't control, and have the wisdom to know the difference so you can balance out or erase your karma. Hey, Unity Consciousness 1444. We out here. Holla.